everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Bogey, here to talk Star Wars with all you fans out there. We'll get the business elements out of the way really quick. If you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, rate, review, all the above, comment, any little thing you can do. We greatly appreciate it. Definitely helps us get our YouTube channel name and podcast name out there amongst all the other Star Wars channels, which there are tons of them. And as a reminder, once we hit that 200 subscriber, we're going to have a prize giveaway. So we'll do a little drawing, have a prize to give away. And then when we hit 500, we're going to do another prize giveaway, and it's going to be an even larger prize. And hell with it, I'm just going to say it. It's one of the lightsabers we have back here. So we are going to give a lightsaber away when we hit 500 subscribers. So you're going to want to be a part of that. Make sure your name is public so I can see who you are, and I'll throw your name in a drawing and we'll see who wins. And maybe, hey, Bogey, should we do that drawing like live during one of our recordings? I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think we'll do that. So we'll do both drawings live once we hit those metrics. So help us hit those metrics, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. Also, our chat is up and running, so bring us your thoughts, opinions, everything with the topics we're talking about, or maybe it's not even what we're talking about. We love to hear from you. All right. Well,
Well, we got another guest. I don't know if you noticed.
Lenny,
Lincoln
Lenny
Lincoln keeps poking his head up every once in a while.
is. Well, it's easy to see at his old age because it's just a white face. It's like it's not a ghost you're seeing in the corner of my screen. It's good old man Lincoln, who's 15 years old. Uh,
Old man and spry.
oh yeah, old man and spry. Well, it's funny you say that. That you notice him. I will give a little shout out. I did get a new webcam. It's a Nexigo 4K. So it also, what I like about it, it's expanded my room a little bit. Like it has a wider lens and everything. So
I've
I can
noticed that.
display more of my, as some people would call crap, but I call treasures back here. Legos, which we'll get into Lego later. I know Bogey's super excited about something dealing with Legos, which we'll bring at the end. But yeah, I got a new webcam and I'm trying it out for the first time, so I'm excited about it. Anyways, what we wanted to talk about today is the newest volume of Visions. So obviously that has recently been released on Disney Plus. We've watched the first 3 episodes. We haven't quite gone through all of them yet. So we figured we'll talk through the first 3 episodes today, bring everyone our thoughts and opinions on it. I know last time we left off, we were halfway through volume 2, but we're like, because of volume 3 just got released, we better talk about that now while it's hot and fresh in people's minds. So that's where we are right now. The first episode from volume 3, continuation story from volume 1, which the duel. So episode 1 now is the duel payback, which follows that same character Ronan and his adventures in this anime Star Wars world. I'll kick it off to you first. What are your thoughts of the second portion of the duel? Did it hit your fancy?
Yeah. Sorry, couldn't you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Um, the animation is just, and I'll say the same thing for the next 2 episodes that we talk through. Each one has its uniqueness, and I loved this like black and white,
Yeah.
but then using certain colors. I think it was more so like the lightsabers
Yep.
and like even the crystals and the blaster fire
Yep.
was just amazing. And was it this one or is it the next one? But anyways, this is the one episode where the one gal
Oh yeah.
where she pulls out her arm because her arm got cut off, but then she
Yep.
put it because is it the guy that's no, he's hunting down Sith
Yep.
to get their red crystals,
Yeah, the Ronin guy. He's a
The
what
Ronin
it
guy. Yeah,
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 what it, the other Sith put it as. You're the Sith. You're the like former Sith hunting down other Sith or something like that.
yeah. That's what I got a little confused. I was like, oh, I got to remember what the other episode was. But when is she like her like was she in the first one?
No, because in the first one,
Okay.
the Sith that they encounter or he encountered, he eliminated, and that was where like he's in that town, and the town is getting like attacked by like raiders or something, or and he has the droid with him, but the droid needs repairs, and the guy is repairing the droid, and the Ronin puts
Yeah.
that like
Okay.
teapot on, and he's like, when this starts whistling, like let
Yep.
me know or whatever.
Now
Uh,
that's starting to ring. Yep.
And
Okay.
she had the villain or the Sith villain in that one had that umbrella lightsaber thing, like put it on top and it,
Oh, and then it helicoptered
yeah,
her,
yep, and it
or
like spread out. It was like the prongs of an umbrella were the lightsabers.
yep, yep.
And this one, yeah, to your because so this one started out um where you see like this Jedi fighting this like cloaked Sith, and the Jedi gets like not killed but defeated in that combat, and you don't know who that Sith is. But come to find out the Jedi seeks out that Sith who is the Ronin. Um, and you have then so after you see that intro scene of that kind of duel between the Jedi and Ronin, then we find ourselves we're at like a gambling casino, like mobile casino thing, which was built out of like those AT-ATs. There's two AT-ATs that are like connected, and it's like a gambling place. Um,
I kind of forgot about that part.
yeah, and
That part was it was comical, but at the same time I was just like, where's this going? Like,
yep, and that's where we're introduced to this new Sith that we have because didn't like the droid like steal, I don't know if it was money or something else that they were gambling with and kind of took off, and the people,
yeah,
some of the
yeah.
gamblers were like running after the droid, and then we come across the Sith lady. um and the Ronin, yeah, the Ronin and her first fought, right?
Yeah,
Eh,
because isn't that the scene? Because earlier she had her arm cut off, right?
but the wasn't it the Jedi that cut her arm off,
So I thought, oh
or was
no,
it
yeah, yeah,
Ronin? Because I
no,
thought it
you're
was the Jedi that cut her arm off. And then when
yeah,
we then later in the episode, like the second half of the episode, that's when Ronin and the Sith team up to go after this Jedi guy. And then that's when she shows her um
like
mechanical
prosthetic.
arm, prosthetic arm that has the multiple lightsaber claw thing. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah,
In
yeah, I think
in that battle. So
yeah,
you have in the first part, you have the Ronin and the Sith lady fighting, and that's when she makes the comment, "Oh, you're the former Sith that's hunting down Sith."
yes, okay,
And
yep.
she's like, "You collect their gems or whatnot," and that was kind of
Like
a
was it trophies?
yeah, kind of a trophy
It,
type of a thing.
I thought that's what she said. Collect their
Oh,
trophies,
that could have been.
hence their gems to their lightsabers.
Yeah, because she saw there was a shot where his cloak kind of blows away a little bit, and you see
And you
like on
see,
his belt like a
yep,
multiple kyber crystals, and then that's when she makes that comment.
hmm
Um, but that kind of duel just kind of goes back and forth. It was kind of cool too because they're each like so the AT-ATs like fall over and their like feet are in the air, and they're each like on one of the
that
feet, and it like moves back and forth and stuff. So it's kind of humorous a little bit, and but the actual fighting was really neat.
for the
Uh,
art for the artwork,
yeah,
10 out of 10.
and
Like how they the choreography of the artwork of the fighting. Yeah, could it be a little like far fetched? Could that
yeah,
really happen?
yeah.
But it's anime.
That's what anime is. It's far
Yeah,
fetched.
yeah. So, but it was super. I was entertained, especially like I said, the artwork of this black and white
Yep.
mixed in with some color, mainly the lightsabers.
Yep.
I think blaster fire
Blaster. Yep. Because they
and
had
fi
blue. They were having blue blaster fire, if I remember.
yeah, which that goes. Maybe we could talk about later on about
Right. Usually
Mando,
we've seen.
Mando and Grogu. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the blaster fire should usually come from Empire is
Right.
green,
Right.
but in the trailer it was red. But
Yep.
anyways, but no, just like that whole sequence and everything. And I got to see my favorite scene is her the chick that had they thought she was gone like dead,
Yep.
and she comes flying out of nowhere because she has a severed leg. She just attached the lightsaber to it
Yeah.
and just slices through. I forget what did she slice through with the leg, but I just liked how she
His.
landed. She landed, and she's just standing on a like one of her legs is a lightsaber.
Yep. Yep. She likes, I think, sliced part of his face because he was like adjusting that
Oh yeah,
his mask because that was really creepy, actually. Like
yeah, no,
this,
yeah,
what
totally.
I thought was really fascinating about this, and like I'm okay with it because we know this is not in canon, or it's not canon. This is totally its own thing in the Star Wars kind of setting world. So I'm okay with it, like them taking liberties on lore and whatnot. But like, it was really cool seeing like the Sith in this. Not, I mean, Ronan's not really a Sith, but let's just say the red lightsaber people fighting a Jedi, where the Jedi seems to be the more evil and corrupt.
Oh
And
yeah,
and like and I think Ronan even alluded to that, like right before he died. He was like you've not been a Jedi for a long time, even though he proclaimed to still be a Jedi, but he had completely lost his way. But that mask was like really creepy because the mouth didn't move, but it looked like just a regular face. So it was like, what's going on here? But he had become more machine than man, which is also kind of what alluded to no longer being a Jedi. Plus, the story for him is that he wanted revenge against the Ronin, hence what he's hunting for when fighting, looking for and fighting Sith. He was searching for Ronin. But yeah, that move was freaking sweet. And
how she just came out of nowhere, and I don't know, I just maybe I'm thinking about like the Quentin Tarantino. I think it's Quentin Tarantino or like uh the Madhouse Max movies,
oh, sure.
Planet Terror, where
Okay.
the I forget what's her name, but she gets her legs severed like right below the kneecap
Okay.
or around the knee, and she feels like she's immobile or whatever. It's one of those corny
Sure.
zombie movies, and the guy goes, "Oh, we could fix that." Like does some machine work to her knee, and then attaches an M16. So she's like it's in the poster where she's
Yeah.
like spinning around in like her dress or whatever, but she's got like an M16 like as a leg shooting at the zombies. So that's
Can you
what it made.
imagine like actually shooting an M16 like from your leg? Like how fast would that like topple you over?
My only problem is like, how are you shooting it?
Well, true.
Where's the trigger? Like, if
You
you're
got it like a little button in your hand, like
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm saying. It's super corny, but it remind me of that.
entertaining. Yeah.
It remind me of that just because it's a corny zombie movie. But the fact that they did that, but like a lightsaber totally makes sense.
Yeah.
You just do like a reflex and the lightsaber turns on and that's your leg. And
Yeah.
just the fact I said she was standing on it with it, which is another little maybe nick. How is your leg not burning through the material like the platform she was standing on? How is it
Oh, is
not
that
burning? How are you not
like if you
melting?
can put this through like a metal door, like
In
why is
Phantom
it not
Menace, in
going through the
Phantom
dirt?
Menace, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Why
that's
is it not going through
that
the
might be
dirt?
my little nick about it. But the artwork though, again,
Yeah.
just amazing. And just like the flow of it, maybe not for a lot of people, but just the fact of black and white. Sometimes like I felt like when people were talking, their mouth wasn't even moving.
Sure.
It was like this.
Well, I think these were originally produced in Japanese, if I'm understanding
Okay, okay.
correctly. So then it's dubbed in English. So that's why, like, when you're watching it, was one of the episodes had like information or like subtitle, not subtitles, but writing, and it was in Japanese. So, and then
Yeah,
the only way to read that is if you had the subtitles on.
that's in the second one.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, and to your point,
But I get your point. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I was just gonna say to your point about like the art and the color, it works really well too. That your main characters in both the one from volume 1 and volume 3 are Sith, because red works a lot better with black and white than any other color. So it really, really pops when you have these red lightsabers in this black and white anime. Of course, there's the other colors too, but the prominent color that they're showing in this is red, and it looks really cool. And just going back to that move that you were talking about.
You think red, like, because the first episode, like the prequel to this one,
Yeah.
was it just predominantly red?
Well, the lightsabers were red,
I
but
know, like,
they
did we
had
have
other
it?
colors like lights. The droid had, I think, a blue on it, and
Oh, okay.
but the
Okay.
lightsabers were red, and like that's what you're predominantly seeing. Because the dueling was, I mean, it's called the duel, so the duel is kind of the main focus of these episodes, and the lightsabers are red. Now, in this one, there is a blue lightsaber as well, but there are two red lightsabers still. So it's like still predominantly red that's being shown, which
Because I was
is
saying
really,
this
really cool.
in this episode. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we had the blue lightsaber, the red,
Yeah.
and then was it yellow for the blasters?
There was blue blaster fire, and I think there was also yellow blaster fire, if I remember.
Yeah,
Or one of the other. I know I saw yellow blaster fire somewhere. It might have been another episode, but it could have been in this one as well.
that's where I'm getting kind of maybe lost when you watch them in a row. You're kind of like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But I did see yellow blaster fire somewhere.
but I thought the blue lights. You said blue lightsaber, right?
Yep, there was the
Yeah.
Jedi in this had the blue
The, J-
lightsaber.
I thought it worked pretty
Oh yeah.
well. But I totally get what you're saying though. Red probably is the best contrast to the black and white.
Yep.
That stands out, and how and that's the other thing too. Like their red lightsabers in these episodes are so skinny but prolongedly like bright.
Yeah. Yep.
If that makes sense.
That
Where
makes sense.
in this episode where they had like the blue, it looked like a normal lightsaber,
Yeah.
like the normal thick and kind of.
Yep.
Uh, I sh I should cut myself off. I shouldn't.
The girth of the
The girth, then the
of
length.
the we're measuring lightsaber girths. It's not about how long the
But
lightsaber
it's the girth.
protracts, which we'll get into the Ninth Jedi. But I believe from the first episode, didn't she talk about like the length of it is
Oh yeah,
based
she
on the
did.
power of the wielder,
I don't know.
the prominent colors. So
I don't know. It was a Stifler. I'm 6 inches around.
round girthy lightsabers are important.
God. Ugh.
But going back to that move, well, actually, what I preluding that a little bit more, when they're first like scheming their plan, um, she's like setting the plan, and he's like, "Oh, so essentially, I'm the bait," type of thing. And I wonder, was he the bait in drawing her out, or was that move like actually part of the plan? Like he gets stabbed, and then she comes like over him like that. It was almost coordinated. I
Yeah, that's a good point. I think yeah.
like was
I was kind of thinking that, and I think that's where I got kind of confused, and I don't know, I just kept watching, and I was like, oh, what's going on?
and I didn't.
Like,
I mean, I thought the whole time, like watching the fight and everything, that the bait was him just drawing the guy in so that they could fight. But after that scene happened, I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's what the actual bait part was, because it seemed
Mm.
pretty coordinated. Granted, they're Jedi and they have like the abilities to like kind of foresee into the future a little bit. So maybe they were just in sync and knew um to do the move or whatnot. But I thought that was a pretty awesome move, and it caught me off guard for sure. And that was badass. So I'm trying to think what else was. I mean, we had like more modding, from Boba Fett show, the Book of Boba Fett. There was the mods, and when because she was in like a healing pool. Well, they both were in a healing pool, and the Ronin's droid was destroyed, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, he's in good hands. We've got the best mod." They didn't say mod, but that's when she showed her hand or whatnot, and that it was mechanical.
Oh yeah, yep.
And they built so the droid was built into where they were staying. Their like base, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think so.
Because they repaired the droid, but he built him into the actual location that they were at. They had the Gungan force field thing. Remember from Phantom Menace when the Gungans are fighting the droid army and they have that force field that comes around to protect the Gungans? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and did that have the color?
Yeah, and it had the same noise too. I mean, it wasn't obviously the creatures from the Phantom Menace that held the thing that actually created the shield, but it was like the same shield, and you hear this when the gunfire hit it, it had that
Oh
like the
yeah,
same
doing,
noise.
doing,
Yeah,
doing.
it had the same
Yep.
noise, and I'm like, oh, that's like a callback to the Phantom Menace right there. That's pretty cool. Trying to think if there was anything else from this episode. Overall,
We hit in the at one point this episode, right? We had Ewoks,
yes, we did. We had Ewoks as well.
and we talked about it when we were watching the trailer.
Oh yeah.
There was a stormtrooper dancing in the background. So I don't know. Sometimes you make friends and sometimes you eat them. I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know.
that
Like
stormtrooper is later lunch.
because I
Later
thought
lunch.
one of the Ewoks was actually weren't they hitting on something? But I don't think it was like this, like where my hands are. You don't see what they're hitting on.
I think they were hitting on drums because there was a scene where three of the Ewoks were like banging on
Could you see?
drums.
You actually
Yeah,
could see the drums. Okay,
yeah.
it's not trooper
Helmets. Nope.
helmets.
But it was cool seeing Ewoks again because yeah, the Ewoks
Because they
helped
were
them.
yeah in the like the first half of the episode at least, right?
Yeah.
I
Or
can't
no, it
remember.
was in that final battle because
Yeah, that's
the
right. The
Jedi brought like people with him to fight, and they were
That's right.
crossing
That's
that
right.
bridge, and then they came up with like their arrows and they had some traps in there which were pretty cool. Some of them were
Yeah,
quite vicious, like the spikes that went or knocked the guy over. Like that guy's lucky he got knocked over and not like stabbed with one of those freaking huge needles. But
I know we're past.
we
I
saw
know.
more Ewoks die. That was
I
sad
yeah yeah.
because we
Well,
only really see one Ewok die in Return of the Jedi, and
the
that's
Return
when
of the
his
Jedi, the one Ewok that dies is so heartbreaking when the
it's
ones goes
sad.
like like
Aww.
and then tries to like roll him over and he doesn't even move. Like and I was like, oh my god. Like,
But and then this one we see multiple of them die, and it's like they're just you
but
can't kill teddy bears.
I, but can you imagine? I know we talked about this last year, and we didn't really get a chance to talk too much Halloween stuff. But can you imagine a horror game or movie or show or whatever when you're in the jungle and it's the Ewoks hunting you down because those
Little
those
fuckers.
those little fuckers can move.
They ain't teddy bears in real life, man.
Can you imagine if you're playing a video game and you're like, oh, I'm gonna run this way, and you just
Oh,
fall into a trap, and you're just like all of a sudden like, whee! And then they like, jump on you, like,
I'm telling
oh,
you, play Battlefield, Battlefield 2, the newer one. Play Ewok Hunt. That is what nightmares are made out of.
I know you talked about that, but I seen footage. And I'm like, I could do better.
Yeah, but if you're like actually the one fighting in it, it's a little bit different. Yeah, it could get a lot better for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, we could make it
But
M rated and make
right,
it.
a lot worse.
There's
But
like all of a sudden you're walking through and all of a sudden like on like spikes or just like helmets and
right. But it's still pretty creepy in this one because it's Agatha Christie style, and then there were none. Where like a group of people, most of the PC player, or not PC because it can be like PlayStation, but the human players are stormtroopers, a majority of them. Some of the people players start as Ewoks. But then once you die as a stormtrooper, then you become
an Ewok.
an Ewok and you hunt the rest of the stormtroopers. So then like the stormtroopers keep going down, and then you could be the last one, and there's all these Ewoks that are coming after you, and they're tiny, and the level's dark, and it's hard to see. So you'll just see something moving. You're like, the fuck? That was one of them. Like, run away.
Yeah, I've seen footage when they're just like you're like this, like in the screen you're like this big, and all of a sudden it's like something like wee, and then they're so fast. They're like woo woo.
And the people are like behind the controller are like messing with you half the time, and it's like,
Yeah, I've seen videos.
And then it's like, I'm just gonna throw a thermal detonator on the floor and end this. Like,
as my headset falls off.
so there is a game like that, but yeah, I agree. There could be a more horror level, game like maybe like single player, and it's all like NPCs, these Ewoks trying to hunt you down, like Resident Evil style, but it's Ewoks.
or COD, like the zombies.
Oh yeah, COD zombies.
Where you just got 4 guys, like max of 4.
Yeah,
you're just like held up, and the Ewoks are just like bashing in. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
And all you hear is like wee, and like ooh wah, like.
Producers of COD, if you're listening to us, do an Ewok level, do a zombie, but it's Ewoks.
Well, you gotta look at us because we're gonna trademark it.
Yeah,
So.
yep. We demand some money from that. Our royalties.
Royalties. Zombies. Ewoks.
Zwoks. We call them Zwoks.
Zwoks. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. We're branding it. We're branding it.
Zwoks. All right. Well, let's move on to episode 2 of volume 3. So the Song of Four Wings. And I remember when we were watching the trailer, this was the one where like, did her droid just turn her into an X-wing? And sure as shit, that's exactly what happened. So in this episode, clearly it revolves around this girl, and clearly she came from a family in town that was destroyed by the Empire. And her parents are no longer with her. She's just kind of roaming free with her droid, and she reminds me of like Sabine a little bit, like kind of rebellious. And was that Admiral Akbar?
Yes, I was just going to ask.
She referred to him as Admiral, but never a name. So I have to assume it's Admiral Akbar.
I mean, granted, a lot of their voices sound the same.
Yep.
But God, that had to be Admiral Akbar.
That's how I'm going to interpret it. It's Admiral Akbar because she's a princess.
But it's not canon.
No, it's not. Right. But I guess there's Admiral Raddus from Rogue One, but he looks a lot different from Admiral Akbar.
He didn't make it out of Rogue One, right?
Right. He died in Rogue One. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, to me, it has to be, it's not canon, but it's definitely a nod to Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
That's what I would think too.
I love her droid.
I'm spacing on what he looks like.
He looks like R2-D2.
You're right. That's right. But a little more color. He's red.
And he's got this giant lens.
Yep. Yeah.
Instead of R2 had like this tiny one.
Yeah.
He's got this one. He's got this giant one on top of his dome.
He seems a little smaller than R2 too, right?
No.
He's the same size.
Same size.
Okay.
And that's what I loved about
But red marks, right? Red, not blue.
Instead of blue, it's like a bunch of red marks. Yeah.
Yep.
And then her speed racer.
Yeah.
I love the speed racer because it's your typical speed racer that or not or what do you call it?
Yeah, speeder, like speeder bike.
A speeder bike. That's what
Yep.
I'm thinking. Speeder bike that you've seen. I mean, there's so many different speeder bikes that in all the Star Wars, but this
Yeah.
one, and it's got like a side cap, like a
Yeah.
side, like you had a more. If you had a motorcycle, like I don't know if there was a name for
Sidecar.
it,
Yeah.
the sidecar for the motorcycle
Yeah.
for her droid to sit in.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh God, that I love that. I was
Everyone
like,
needs a speeder with a port for a droid.
but just like it's just like a little capsule. I mean,
And they're a
Grogu.
lot better than the Vespa mods that go 5 miles per hour.
Oh God,
This one actually goes really fast.
I gotta pull the e-brake. Ah! Like, I mean, you just hit the brake and you're good. Like,
Worst chase scene in film history is in Book of Boba Fett, the
God,
Vespa. I call it Vespa mod race.
my, God, that was so bad.
It
I
was
don't.
really bad.
What were they thinking? Like,
So
and they go.
Obi-Wan Kenobi says the line, "Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows?" So I have to ask, who's more foolish, the one person who came up with that idea or the person who okayed that idea like in the film? Like the editors are watching, okay, this looks great. Like that
Well,
was so
who?
bad.
What's her name? Did she get fired or not? For officially or not? The Dave Filoni of Star Wars. Like Dave Filoni does like the Marvel stuff. What's her name that we've been, or not Dave Filoni?
Kevin no Kevin
Kevin
Feige,
Feige does Marvel. Who's what's her name? I thought they
Kathleen
were.
Kennedy.
Yes. Did they ever? Is she still like?
She's there. I haven't heard news. The last I heard was that she would be stepping down, but there's like a transition period. But I don't know if that has started or not.
So I blame it on her. Like on any content that we see for Star Wars, she's the one that writes off on it and says, "Good
I
to
mean,
go."
that's fair. I mean, blame should always like go to the top. I would say there's probably layers there that I don't know if she's the one that's actually okay in every specific thing. Um, but she would still be part of the accountability in that for sure. And I know.
I know like I said, Feige's like getting a lot of heat over all the Marvel fails ever since the last Avenger movie, whatever.
Endgame.
And yeah, ever since then, we've had like so many more misses than hits.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
hell,
and that's all of media, I feel, all of movies. And I can't think of really good movies that have released recently. Everything's either like um a continuation story or just a rehash. Like
I think I've seen a. I'd have to look back.
think of the like
Of
Top Gun, but that's a continuation story. I'm thinking of like the better movies that have been released as of recent.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last year. I have to like look at the list because I've watched a lot of like horse shit movies,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and then I've seen a
I
lot, and then I've seen a lot of mediocre. I'm like,
Here's going to be an
it was
unpopular take. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was the best Deadpool movie
of the three.
of the three. I will say
I don't blame you.
I will say the
I love
first
me
one is
some
the most like superhero-esque Deadpool movie. But I finally saw Deadpool versus Wolverine, and oh my gosh.
when did you see it? Just recently?
Yeah, when I was on leave, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago for the first time. And I'm like, this movie was fantastic. And I don't know if it was like like the middle finger that they were giving to like Disney and like Disney like owns the rights to this movie, yet they're like giving the finger to Disney and all these and like Fox Studios and stuff like that. Like
You know what they were really giving? Yeah, I mean to Disney, the main one was to Fox
Yeah,
because
because of
Fox sold it to Disney,
yep, yep,
and there was a scene where where they like Wolverine where they get like I don't know portaled or whatever
yeah,
and they're in that like parking lot where uh Deadpool worked in,
yeah.
and they landed on again. Honda Odyssey's kick ass. When they landed on top of it, and there's that family he was trying to sell the car to earlier in the
Yep,
movie.
yep,
But
yep.
he goes like he's like, oh, and then one of the kids is like, oh my god, that's Wolverine. He's like, yeah, it's Hugh Jackman. He's gonna be doing this till he's 80 because Disney owns his ass
Yeah,
because he got like the rights of
yeah,
Wolverine got
yeah.
so. I was just like, oh my god, it was a perfect movie that breaks what do they call it, the fourth wall,
Fourth wall. Yep.
where it's like because there was times that they're just like all of a sudden like and he just looks at you like what was it like
When
Deadpool Deadpool said something and uh he goes like love proposal. And then all of a sudden like Wolverine or Hugh Jackman's character or Wolverine would
yeah,
be like the fuck you talking about? He goes like, "Oh, I don't know. I thought we were just breaking the fourth wall."
yeah. And I mean, Deadpool, like in the other movies, he kind of breaks the fourth wall here. Like that's kind of
But
what it's
th-
known for a little bit. But
this one
like,
goes over the top,
oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
and I agree with you. I think this would be the best, just because I love Wolverine and Hugh Jackman as an actor, and I thought he absolutely killed it. Outside of the movie himself when he did Logan
Yeah,
is probably my favorite Wolverine movie.
yeah,
But this one is second, and just like how I don't know, just the acting performance and everything, and just how much Ryan Reynolds wanted to team up with him
yeah,
for so long, ever since they did was it X-Men Origins
yeah,
Wolverine, which was like dog shit,
yeah,
and they did Deadpool wrong, where they
yeah,
like he's the merc of the mouth, and they sewed his mouth shut.
yeah. Like that
I
doesn't
was
make sense.
what the fuck are we doing here? So
Yeah, but so I absolutely loved that one, and I I mean I know they were like giving the finger to Fox, but they were also like giving the finger to Disney because they were talking about like how movies are like as of recent are like crap, just like
oh
dog shit.
yeah,
And it's like,
like
oh yeah, and who are the ones making those movies now? Disney. So it's like, I mean, it's like um Family Guy. Fox did Family Guy, and I think Family Guy makes fun of Fox like so many times throughout um that show. So it's kind of like that. I'm sure Disney has a sense of humor and they're aware of the opinions people have of product being created recently. So it's good to have that humility a little bit. But yeah, I just and bringing
yeah.
like all those characters back and like um Elektra and Gambit and Blade, like
Did you gotta love Gambit
oh yeah, oh yeah.
having Channing Tatum because
And
they were
they were
gonna
gonna
make it
do it with him and they never did.
and they never did, and then they talked about like their origins and they were talking about their movies, and then it goes like from Elektra to Blade. Blade's like but they didn't renew me or whatever, like
Yeah,
in a roundabout way of how they say it, and then it
yeah.
goes to Gambit's like I don't remember ever having a movie in a way, and I love his accent.
Yeah,
I
and
think
Deadpool like calls him out like what accent or whatever.
he's like who's he's like who's your speech coach Sling
Yeah.
Blade like
Yeah.
Sling Blade, and have you seen Sling Blade?
No, I haven't.
Look up some YouTube content of
Okay.
Sling Blade as Billy Bob Thornton, and it's a guy who's a little challenged, and
Yeah.
he has a like a way he talks
Yeah.
is like a rah, 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 rah. And that's why I when I saw it I laughed so hard. My buddy next to me was like, "What do you laugh like?" he didn't get the reference.
Oh, sure.
I was like,
You
this
were
is
dying.
I was like, this is brilliant. The references they make, and then on top of that, that scene because they've been trying to make a new Blade movie with
Yep.
that other actor. What's his name?
Uh,
Um,
No, that's not.
Wesley Snipes is the actor, but
Yeah.
in this movie, but is it something God, now it's gonna bother me. It's like something Muhammad or no, whatever.
For newer Blade movie they were
The,
gonna
the
do.
the new Blade movie they've been trying to make for
Oh,
like
they should just use Wesley Snipes again.
and that's what. So I'm gonna
You're like,
give
I'm
me.
getting to that.
I'm getting to that.
But I will say, I think my favorite moment was, and it totally caught me off guard, was the Chris Evans. Deadpool's like man crushing all over him because
He's
Captain
gonna
America. He's
he's
gonna
gonna
do it.
say it.
He's gonna say it,
He's gonna say
and
it.
it's the Chris Evans from Fantastic
Flame
Four.
on.
I'm like,
abs-
all
I
right. I'm
have
like, you
I
got
abs-
me. You
I
got me.
absolutely.
And the post credit scene where he's like, I'm gonna like,
He's like, I didn't say anything.
I
And
didn't
when
say.
but then also, so
I'm gonna prove that fucker actually said that shit or whatever he said. And they have a clip of him like when they're captured, and he's like literally saying all that stuff. I'm sorry, like I laughed the most in this one versus any of the three, and I hope they continue to do more Deadpool movies. Like,
what? On top of that, the dog
yep, the dog.
was fucking hilarious.
Yep.
You had Mr.
The
Deadpool, the beauty Deadpool,
yeah, the one that
where
oh
doesn't I don't regenerate.
yeah,
Like, what do you mean regenerate?
it's
And
like
he's like bleeding out. And
oh
then what it like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool? It was just like, oh, there's like a like a candy cart or whatever. He's pointing at. They always got they got medical stuff over there, and Wolverine just looks like you're a fucking idiot. And then he uses them as like a shield.
shield. You're gonna make it through this, I promise. And then it like at the end, his head gets blown out.
Did you know in that scene where all their Deadpools come out?
Yeah,
So you know Ryan Reynolds' wife is Blake Lively.
yeah,
She was the female
yeah,
Deadpool.
yeah.
You
I
know
knew
that?
that. Yep, I saw that.
And then the little kid where oh God, what's his name? 'Cause he rolls up. God, what it's his friend from the second one that carried over in the third one.
Oh, sure.
God, with the mustache.
Yeah,
You know
the taxi driver guy.
no, not the taxi driver guy,
Oh,
the other guy. He's the one that tried out in the second one and he goes like, "What superpowers do you have?" I was like, I don't got any. I just saw
oh,
that
yeah.
Todd,
Peter,
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
I
When
love
he
that
like
Peter was in it.
when he like rolls up at the end, he's like, "Deadpool, stand down!" And he's on a bike or a moped or whatever, and you see his balls coming out of this. But
And
the little kid that said, "Holy shit, it's Peter!"
yeah.
That's also Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's kid.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know
A-
that.
And then the baby, there was a baby pool
Yeah,
that also was like not really in it, but like used to CGI it.
sure.
Is also their
Their
kid.
child. That's hilarious.
So like the whole family was in Deadpool.
Deadpool.
I was like, oh, that's fucking kind of awesome. And this
Did,
like the behind the scenes when you hear about it.
I'm trying to remember. Did Deadpool comment that like his world was saved because of Peter and that he loves that, the fact of that? Did he say that?
Did he? Oh,
But I mean,
I was.
in reality, Peter did like save, and I love the fact that it's just plain old Peter
I
that is the one that like actually saves the
I
situation.
You might not be wrong. I honestly don't remember.
I've only seen it once, and for some reason, I think I remember that. I could be wrong though, but
But I just love how he shows up and he's like like this overweight guy, like it's me fitting in it in
Yeah.
like his suit. His belly's hanging out and his bulge. And then he earlier talked about like the piercing where you go from the belly button down to your wee wee. And you could see it, you could see the chain going down
Yeah.
into his. I was like, oh my God, like this is over the top. Like,
They paid
and,
attention to every detail.
and then on top of that, when they're like Wolverine and Deadpool are like holding the whatever circuits, and Deadpool, of course, his outfit doesn't get destroyed at all, but Wolverine's like suit, like the top half just rips off,
Yeah.
and Deadpool's just like staring at him like, and then I forget the song they're playing, but it was just
Oh yeah.
everything was just
What is
fucking
that, Madonna
yeah,
or
the Madonna song.
I hear your
Yeah,
voice? Which is used for like half the TikToks now that exist out there.
yeah.
Call my name.
Call
Or
my name.
like a prayer, isn't that what the name of it is?
Yeah, like a prayer. That's
Like a
what it
prayer?
is. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. That's a good version of it. Not my singing. That was a terrible version of it, but the actual like version they
Hey,
used.
no, that's not. It's not bad.
Well,
Mine's
thank you. Thank you.
worse.
Thank
Mine's
you.
worse.
I practiced a little bit before coming on. Well, not to continue too far down the road of Deadpool, now that we've spent what 10 minutes on it, but totally worth it.
And only 2 minutes probably on this
The Song
episode.
of Four Wings. But yeah, because we were talking about the speeder. So she comes across this town that was destroyed by the Empire, and she's registering something still alive in there, and encounters a little child of I forget what species it was.
Yeah, I forget, but it's like a little.
It's if you've seen, well, so you remember on Rogue One those big, like that big white Yeti looking dude? It's a kid of that species, I believe.
You think so? And this is just like an infant?
Yes, I think so. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but that's what I interpreted it. And so she goes and she finds the child and rescues it, who's like hiding underneath the one of the homes, like in a almost
In
like a
the
fallout shelter type of a thing, right?
like a it was like a it was a village,
Yeah,
but
a whole village.
but like a fallout shelter in the village.
Yep. And then was it while they were there where the Empire
Yeah,
encountered them?
when they found he or she
Yep. The baby.
the survivor baby. Her and the survivor in the R2 unit said she called it R2 something,
Yeah,
which well, I found out I was like, well, that's cool. They call it like I don't know, it was R2 R1 or something. I don't know.
sure.
Anyways, they come out of the shelter. And then of course there's a whole squadron of stormtroopers and they're expecting her speeder.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
forget and then
And she's like, "Oh, I'm over here," and then they can't hit her.
yeah, and I thought the R2 unit makes another distraction.
No, it was the kid because the kid had like a slingshot thing, and it like right, and then it slingshotted and hit one of the stormtroopers.
No,
Or
that was
maybe
R
that was.
that was the R2 unit.
Oh, okay, okay.
And at one point they were like kind of taking them out to get to the speeder, but then they were still getting overwhelmed. Um, and it was the sorry, there's like a fly around here. But, it was the kid that has Jedi force sensibility
Yep,
and and forced like pushed everyone away
yep,
so that they can get to the speeder, and then they took off. And then I think that's when this is the cool part that we talked about in the trailer, where the AT-ATs also because I forget where they were kind of heading, but also out of nowhere AT-ATs just like came out of the ground.
yep,
I was like, how the hell does that work? Like, but
yeah,
I was like, that's fucking cool. And it has its like the coloring, the artwork, and like it like the blasters might have been red, like
yep,
like warming up to start firing.
yep.
So, and at one
And
point,
one of them had like extra, like
oh yeah, that's right, because it
it was like a
like
transformer type thing, and
it just all like opened up, so it had like
yeah,
multiple blasters. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching here? Like,
yeah,
but it
and it,
was
it had this seismic charges from
Yeah.
Boba Fett's ship that he drops, and it's just like dropping like tons of these, and they're like dodging as you. I'm like, that sound is one of the coolest sounds in Star Wars. So
No
like,
doubt.
and we're getting
No
like
doubt.
multiple, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is so cool.
When I saw that, I had to rewind it and watch it again just to hear,
Just for to hear it,
just to hear it. Like
the
I don't
seismic drop,
like
bang or
I like how
I'm doing all the sound effects today, so
because like ever since Attack of the Clones, right? Yeah, right.
yeah, yeah.
Ever since Jango Fett was trying to throw that at,
Kenobi,
I was like, that is so like hearing that in the theater was like,
yep.
and then like to have that happen again in
Book of Boba Fett
Book
when
of
they
Boba.
dropped it in the
Well,
Sarlacc pit.
technically Mando. It was in Mando first.
You're right. You might be right. Yeah.
Because Mando had to do that transmission. That's where he had to like take his mask off again.
Yeah.
But he was like that. But then their getaway, and all of a sudden, like, oh, we got two TIE fighters coming from the base, and that's on that planet that maybe the next movie is going to be on.
Sure.
Because remember, there's this like remote base. They
Yep.
said that that's where he dropped it, and when that
That's
happened,
right.
I was like. So right away, like I remember, like I was texting my sister because she was like in the middle, like watching the show. I'm like, "Have you hit this episode yet?" She's like, "No, we're gonna." I was like, "We're gonna watch it tonight." I'm like, "You're gonna love the ending."
Because that's the one where like Cara Dune and Fennec Shand are like the snipers hitting off
Yes.
the
Yep. That's
and then when they're getting away, they drop that side. Yeah, I think you're right. That was the first time since the prequels that they showed that.
Yep, it is. And then it was Book of Boba Fett was
then
next.
Book of Boba Fett with the Sarlacc pit.
And then the Sarlacc pit where what's her name?
Fennec Shand dropped it in there.
And he goes like, never hit that button again.
Never do it again.
But he drops it like into the Sarlacc pit. Like all of a sudden the whole ground is like a tremor. Like,
yeah. Good movie, by the way. Tremor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
If you're late on your Halloween movies, that's one to watch.
And the sensei from Three Ninjas is in that. Isn't that who it is? Which did you ever see the movie Three Ninjas? Rocky, Colt, and Tom Tom.
It's been a long, long time. I don't.
And then their sensei is the old man from the Tremors movie.
Fred Ward?
No.
Brett, the guy that plays Bert.
I'm gonna look his name up. Nope. I'm gonna search Tremors cast.
The guy that plays Bert.
No, not. Well, Fred Ward plays Earl Bassett.
Yeah.
Victor Wong.
Oh yeah. The guy that owned the shop. He owned the convenience shop, whatever, and
yep,
wherever the fuck it is.
He's
Mr. Nowhere place, but yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
He's the sensei from Three Ninjas. Excuse me.
And he's in a couple other things that if I recall.
I just remember him for Three Ninjas and Tremors. That's what I remember the most. Yeah, and then what they blew up her speeder, right? And then she's flying in the air, and then that's when she calls her droid to, and then it sends her the stuff, and it's like an X-wing.
Yep.
And then,
well, because it got weird, because like she flew up, and she was like, I thought she was kind of like,
oh, it's a mining facility. They were mining a certain ore there, so she figures out that they're not. The Empire isn't there to search for survivors or anything.
They're mining
for the resource.
Yeah, the resource that fuels their hyperspace.
Yeah, coaxium, whatever. Which is from the Solo movie.
Yeah,
I like that movie. That movie was pretty good.
Okay. All right.
We'll agree to disagree. How about that? But yeah, so that's what they decide, or what she decides to go destroy. Because if they destroy it, then she can get the Empire out of there.
Oh, right, yeah, because she's kind of like, I lost my town, my village. I'm like the last survivor, trying to save whatever the Empire's like, just kind of just destroying at their will
Right.
to get what they want. So
And
it's kind of a revenge, or
yeah,
in a way, but
yep.
yeah,
And then
gets
she
done.
destroys that mining facility, and then that's when they leave, and it end. Well, it doesn't end, but so you mentioned that the kid has like force sensitivity, force powers, but she didn't notice it earlier on. They alluded to it for the viewer, but she didn't notice it until they were back on the ship at the end, and
Oh, I
and the
guess I missed that.
and the kid like force pulls something. What was it? This is the problem with only seeing it once. You're trying to recall these things. Anyways, that's when she notices the force sensitivity, and she like looks at the kid and then kind of alludes like your secret's safe with me type of a thing. So um yeah, so
But
that
the
one
but like you said, the whole R2
into an X-wing. Yeah,
grabbing her and turning her an X-wing, that was out of left field, but awesome.
that was pretty cool. That was really
Absolutely
cool.
awesome. Like how just the think of doing something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, it only works in like something
in anime.
like this,
Yep.
but that was super cool.
Yeah, that was pretty creative, pretty cool idea. Um the only thing that I thought was a little bit lacking was the soundtrack in this one. And
Yeah, I agree.
the
I agree.
first and third episode had really good soundtracks, and I'll get into that one a little bit more in the third episode when we talk about that. But this one was a little didn't feel as like Star Warsy to me. It was just I don't know. It was more like electronic, I think, if I'm recalling it. But
If you didn't have the AT-ATs like pop up out of nowhere and having that R2 unit, if you took that out and made them look different, yeah, I could see your point. Could
yeah,
look like your typical anime,
yeah,
uh, a random episode of something.
yeah. And it was also a little annoying too that how often I know it doesn't in Star Wars where like stormtroopers can't hit anything, but like they're like playing into that in this one as well. Like she's sitting on the speeder as they're trying to escape from all of them, and you see it like the AT-ATs are just like shooting blah, 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 and like not getting hit or anything. It's like, oh, okay, something would have hit her.
Hey, man, tell that to a
The
stormtrooper.
seismic chart, they dropped like 20 seismic charges on her and not one hit. Like,
Tell that to a stormtrooper. We can't hit a broadside of a barn. Like,
I mean, Boba Fett's things turned like took out a whole asteroid. Like, or Jango Fett's took out an asteroid, and this can't even hit a little thing on a speeder, and you drop like 20 of them?
it's like make it make sense.
It
You
doesn't
know,
make sense, but that's part of
six
anime. It's far-fetched.
6'7",
Six,
man, six
seven.
seven.
No, we're not getting into that. But maybe we'll get some younger crowd to subscribe to 6'7" alone.
That's all I'm trying to
Six
do here.
seven, 6'7". This episode was 6'7".
Sponsored by 6'7".
6'7". No, yeah, are we going up high, down low, or in the medium?
Big boobies, big boobies, big
Okay,
balls,
Jason
big.
Kelsey. It's from
Uh,
what podcast that Jason Kelsey did, you said?
yeah, with his wife. Yeah.
Um, all right, so on to the third episode, which is the ninth Jedi. So this one's continuing from volume one. There's a ninth Jedi episode, which I think you said was episode 5 from the first
Yep.
volume.
Yep. Season 1 or volume 1. Yep.
Yeah, so this one kind of picks up where they left off, where they're on a ship and they get attacked by who's attacking them again? Was it just
I
wasn't
don't
like
know.
this
They're Jedi hunters.
like that's right, Jedi hunters. Kind of like bounty hunters, but Jedi hunters.
Yeah, but yet they look. I don't know how to describe how they look. They look like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of
I don't
like
think they're human. I think
they look like droids, but like in this episode, one of them looks like I don't know.
they look like
One of the guys looked like he just like was armored up, and he looked like Peter Quill from because he had a mask on with red
sure,
eyes. So
sure.
you're like,
Yeah,
is there like a human under like a body under that
right.
armor, or is that a like just a really heavy armored droid? I don't
Yeah.
know, but yeah, they're just Jedi hunters.
Yep. So and they're in their ship and um they strike the ship that our protagonists are on. There's like it creates a hole in in the hull, and she kind of gets like sucked out. And she has
That
this like cool technology.
oh keep going. Sorry, I
She
interrupt.
has this technology where like it's like a force field suit almost that protects her while she's like in space. So she's not Leia Organa, Mary Poppins in it in space, but it protects her, and so she can breathe
It,
and everything. Go ahead.
it made me think because right away when I saw that happen, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like this episode because that's severe bullshit to be sucked out like that, and she was like floating until I saw like the like an orb. So I had to rewind. I'm like, wait, what the heck? And then I realized she had something like on her belt or I don't know, somewhere where she like hit. It made me think going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, how you could be like in space and have this like orb that like keeps you like preserved
Sure.
in space.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I mean, I'll
And it's
take it.
anime. It's far fetched,
I
right?
know exactly. That's where I was like, okay,
Because the only thing that
that's fine.
I was more thinking like, wouldn't the ship have exploded if there's a hole in the hull?
Oh yeah, no, that I thought of that too. But like typically though, if like a ship happens like that, like they have corridors that like
Shut
kind of
off and like protect. True.
so like that air that section is sucked out, but like the rest of the ship is can still have its integrity to keep
Sure.
going.
Sure.
So
That makes sense.
that's where I was kind of like my mind, like me and my Star Trek mind, because I've seen enough of that, like where they cut corridors. It's the same thing if like if you're in a ship in sea. That's why you have like flooding, like when the door,
Yeah.
like if you're taking flooding, you shut it down. So
Like Titanic, except the
it did.
flooding
You
went
didn't have
beyond the
the walls didn't go high enough, so the water just kept spilling over. But
right.
if you just had a complete containment,
Yeah.
so I don't know. That's my nerdiness there. But
And so then she gets sucked out, but they don't realize her friends or crew or whatever you want to talk or label them as don't realize it. So they light speed away. And then
they're are they all Jedis?
yeah, yeah, all three of the remaining three in there are Jedi as well.
Okay,
And well, one of them, the animal guy,
but yeah, minus yeah,
he was kind of a Sith in the first episode, but then they were able to bring him back.
yep.
He became a Jedi again. Um, so they light sped away, and the hunters followed them. So then she's just drifting in space all by herself. Which, like, when the hunter ship blasted away, like you saw this like big flame ball, and she was like right behind the ship. I'm like, how did that not like just toast you? But
I don't
maybe
care. I don't care
that
what kind of
shield
like
is a very strong shield that's coating her or
what kind
whatnot.
of body shield are you when you
Yeah,
have that a blaster. I saw that too. I was like, what the hell? Like
yeah. And then I want to know how long she was just kind of floating in space because, like,
because then that oxygen, like whatever, again, that oxygen kind of shielding,
yeah,
is that providing oxygen for you to breathe?
I would
Like,
I would assume so, but she's not eating anything or drinking anything.
yeah, because she just floats out there
She's just
for like,
floating. And like when we see this happening, you don't like in the space around her, you don't see anything nearby like another planet. But like in the next scene, she's floating in like next to this other what was it, another ship or I mean it was a planet, but it was like a crash ship in it. And it like
yeah.
and the droid got her, right? Isn't that what
Yep.
happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she finds herself in this kind of a mostly abandoned um ship, and it's only occupied by a droid, and this droid has like booby traps all over the place, which was kind of cool. But like the droid is just happy that it's found someone and wakes her
Okay.
up. Yeah.
You know the voice of the droid?
No, but I was trying to figure that out. It sounded familiar.
Does it not sound familiar? It was killing me all episode.
It does. It does. Do you know who it is?
Have you seen The Good Doctor?
No.
Oh, you haven't? You probably seen maybe.
It even sounded like a voice from Star Wars we've heard before. I mean, let's see. The Ninth Jedi.
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
He's got that voice where okay, well let's do some operation.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, he's got that like perfect voice.
Yeah. The voice kept standing out for me as I was watching it, that's for sure.
Because like I said, it was bugging me.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that voice, and I've seen so many. I didn't watch the show Good Doctor, but I've seen a lot of clips that I don't know intrigue me to watch. He's like a un what do you want to call it? Uneducated but over what do you want to call it? Smart on like pretty much like I don't need to take the bar exam
Sure.
to be a lawyer. Like he's just that naturally talented about doing doctor stuff.
Okay.
So he starts off as a nurse and they make him a doctor and whatever, but he didn't go to school or I think I could be totally wrong. Like I said, I haven't watched the show. I've watched a lot of episodes though where this actual doctor second guess him. He goes, "Oh, well, I think this is what you got to do and this symptom tells me this."
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, it was bothering me when I was like, "God, what's this?" Because at first I thought it was it was a different actor I was thinking of, and it wasn't. And then I finally all of a sudden just rang, and I was like, "Oh, is it the Good Doctor guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." So, anyways, that droid was fucking awesome in this episode. But keep
Yeah.
going.
It was like a BD1 from um Jedi, like Fallen Order and Jedi
Oh,
Survivor. It had
yeah,
that like type of
the
droid appearance,
it's
which
pretty much Wally.
yeah, or Wally. Which, speaking of Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, I made the comment about music not too long ago. This soundtrack sounded really similar to the game series soundtrack.
I
Like
agree.
they had to they had to have pulled some of that soundtrack out and put it in here because it was some of it was almost identical because it kept ringing a bell to me. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like we've talked about it before. One of the things that makes Star Wars, and the same case for many popular franchises, is the soundtrack. And if you have a soundtrack that's very similar to Star Wars and you're watching it, you're going to be like, all right, this feels right. What I'm hearing, it makes it feel right. So that's how I was feeling watching this because I was hearing something that related to it. Um, oh, and that droid's name is Tito. I just
Yeah, Tito. Yeah.
and it was an asteroid field where where the abandoned ship was. So it wasn't like a planet, it was an asteroid field. Um, so this Tito awakes this Jedi girl, Kara, and she thinks that she's in danger, but and she's fleeing, and all these like booby traps are going off, and the droid's like, no, 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 wait, I'm a friend, I'm a friend, and long story short, like he ends up helping her out, and she ends up
Good.
helping him out because he has a Jedi master who he's like protecting that he can't get to because there's this large statue that fell in the way of the door that
The
gets to
stairway.
the
That
stairway
went.
to the Bacta tank that he's in because from their crash or whatever happened, he's been injured. So he went in there and he's been healing. But the droid has been separated from the master for such a long time now, and he hasn't seen him. She helps the droid get to the Bacta tank because she uses her force powers to move the statue aside. Come to find out, the master has, or the master has been dead. The life support systems have been shut down for quite some time now. So then after this happens, the hunters, using like a tracking beacon, have located her and are coming through the asteroid field, coming through the ship to get her, and the droid is like helping defend her and everything, and helps her escape by going through an escape pod. And there's no power to the ship, so the droid uses the remaining power that it has to power the escape pod to shoot her off, and then self-destructs the ship to kill all the remaining attackers. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say like a little tear dropped.
Yeah.
Because I knew that the droid was like had built such a
Yeah.
character arc.
And then like 20 minutes or 10-20 minutes too to build that. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That's what I'm impressed about. A lot of these like
Short move or yep.
these short episodes of anime. How well they build a character arc for someone
Yeah.
that has like very little screen time.
Yeah.
Tell the screenwriters implement that in movies. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it takes like an hour, and you're like, "Who the hell is this person?" I
Yeah.
like, and all of a sudden they die, and you're like, "I don't care."
Right.
Like, but anyways, this droid, like you said, like, "Oh, don't hurt me. I'm your friend, and help me get to my master."
Yeah.
And she helps, and then like the droid, all of a sudden, like you could tell, had like an emotional moment. But then like, well, now you're my master.
Yeah.
Like what's her name?
Tara or Kara.
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 Yep. I'm looking at Kara. Um, and then he like sacrifices. Doesn't he take like a blunt blow, or like his leg gets chopped off, and
Yeah, his leg. That's right. His leg. That's something I know because his leg got chopped off, but he was running faster than she was.
no, yeah,
And I'm
that's a
like,
good. That's a little.
Wait a minute.
Come on, like,
Okay.
but anyways, like he was like, or the droid, I should say, or he um gets her to the escape pod, but she doesn't know it's an escape pod.
Right.
He just said like, "Oh, we got a ship, we can get out of here."
And he just goes,
But yeah, yeah, throws her in,
good night.
slaps the lid, and then when she finally wakes up, he goes, "You needed the power source for me," and then I was like, "Oh, come on, like."
Yeah.
I want you to survive. Like,
No, Wally, don't do it.
yeah, Wally.
Wally, jump in there.
Find a fire extinguisher and psh,
Or just latch on. Like shoot something that latches you on. You can still be unpowered and you just like float along with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, that was kind of.
It was
But did he? So they blew. I'm trying to remember
he also stayed back so he could blow up
uh,
the
the
the ship so that the hunters would go down with them.
go down with them because the hunters were parked like inside like their ship base
Yeah.
or whatever inside
Within that asteroid field or whatnot.
Yeah.
So like the droid's thought was, if I really want to protect her, like obviously I need to shoot her away, but if I destroy these hunters, then she's even more safe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was at least my thought process behind it. And yeah, I mean, what is it about when it's like animals or droids? It makes sacrifices like that much more teary-eyed. It's like, oh man, droid, don't do it. Getting choked up a little bit over this little machine guy that is not even alive.
Talk about I mean, off topic a little bit again. Wild Robot. It's on Netflix, I think.
Oh, I've never seen that. Is that what it's called? Wild Robot?
Wild Robot. It's an anime or not anime. What do you call it?
Just animated or cartoon or
animated or
sure, like CG, not like computer animated or something.
Yeah, what do you call it? Like Toy Story? Oh God, there's a name for
Pixar.
like it. I think Pixar made it, but you know,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that kind of animation,
Sure.
3D animation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, like that movie. Also, I try to be like a tough guy. That that movie made me tear up. Like, so I highly recommend all you listeners and you
Okay.
Mudge.
Yeah, I
It,
haven't
it,
seen that.
it's a great kids movie, but it's a great adult movie too.
I
Like,
don't want to
yeah.
cry. I don't want to cry. I don't need to go see Homeward Bound again. Like I saw that.
I,
I don't need
God,
to
don't,
cry
don't.
multiple
Okay,
times.
it's not that level.
Better
But now
not
you
be.
make me want to watch that because I haven't seen that in
Why
forever.
would you want to put? Well, I guess it is still a happy ending, so that's okay. Knowing that it's still a happy ending, but that's a teary.
Is that making you think of Lincoln just running across like, ah, you made it?
On
Did
to the
he?
next topic, please. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He wasn't supposed to make it in the original script.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that.
Shadow.
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 Yeah, that's his name. Yeah,
What's the boy's name? Is that Peter too? Speaking of Peter,
Peter. I don't remember.
I think his name was Peter. I could
Like
be
I said,
wrong.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but you'd be
Uh,
best.
um,
But anyways, to the end of this episode, I mean, because it's where you're you're gonna segue into something, right?
yeah. So yeah, at the end of this episode, they get away and like her whole mission right now is to find her father. Like that's kind of what this story is about, and that's what she tells the droid. Like because the master or the droid was trying to get to his master, while as the girl is trying to find her dad. So then that's why the droid made the sacrifice because like go find your dad. And when the episode reached its credits, it says to be continued. And there's been, or it was recently announced that they're going to create an anime spin-off series to continue this story, to follow the Ninth Jedi story. So very interesting that um they're going this route based off of the visions. And like I kind of think the writing was on the wall a little bit in terms of just the format of these shows. Like, I feel like they were testers. Like, here's these short clips of all these different stories. If some of them take, then like let's run with it. So like it was almost like a tryout because there were two or three continuation stories within this volume, and then now one is getting a spin-off series, and it's this story. And it was one of the most captivating stories of visions that we've seen, and one of the ones that seem more logical to have a continuation story. One, because of the searching for the father, to the whole Sith and Jedi situation, because if you remember from the first episode from volume one, that there's a huge backstory in that where all these what you think are Jedi are coming to this location to get like sabers to meet this grand Jedi, but then it's a trap and they're Sith and everything. So long and short of it, there's a lot of backstory. There's a lot of story to go forward to with it. So I don't know. I think it's a reasonable choice to have a continuation story. If I was being honest, I would rather have a spin-off series of the duel. I think that I'm more intrigued by that story, and it's another one that would make sense. But I think this would probably be my second choice for a continuation one. What are your thoughts on it?
I would agree what you're talking about, like everything that you pretty much said. The one thing with the Ninth Jedi, I would say it's like you said, there's more story you can kind of like captivate on and continue with, and also the granted, like I said, all these artwork is great,
Yeah,
but I can see a lot of people not liking the duel.
for the black and white, and
Yep, like the artwork. I think
I
it's
think that's
unique.
fair. I think that's
I think,
fair.
but like easy on the eye and kind of like your even like your typical animes that like really
Yeah,
succeed
yeah.
look like the Ninth
The
Jedi.
Jedi. That's true. That is very
Like
true.
the anime art really looks, and then again like the Jedi like kind of storyline also helps. I don't know how much the duels Jedi really captivates people or not.
Sure.
So that's where I'm kind of like leaning on is where I can see why they're gonna do like a spin-off series. Now, granted, what's that gonna be? Like what, 6 episodes or 4 episodes?
Yeah.
They've only
Who?
done. I mean, how far can you take this story though? Because I mean, it seems like you could make it Mandalorian and make it forever, but then it kind of like it dilutes into like different storylines, and then you're kind of like, well, now it's overkill.
Right.
I don't. That's where I'm kind of like hope they don't like again if they do a mini series of like 4 episodes, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am curious about how they are going to actually format this series. I I don't think it would work as like what we've seen with Clone Wars or Rebels.
Except,
It
yeah,
would have to be like another Visions season. Like maybe they're saying, all right, this is the last of like the Vision series, and now we're going to continue like that format, but it's just going to revolve around a single story. We'll have 9 episodes that get released, all dropped at one time, that are all going to be that
based
15
on
to 15 to
based
25 time 15 to 25
ru
minute
runtime.
episode. Yeah, runtime for each episode, 9 episodes, maybe something like that. Um, and the other thing I will say that gives the Ninth Jedi a little more plausible continuation story is just like it's more built for all audiences. The duel is a little darker, a little older, whereas the Ninth Jedi I think is a little more kid friendly. I wouldn't say
That
kid friendly, but
I
expands to more audiences, I would say.
totally get your point. That's another excellent point. I mean,
But
how?
I just like the duel story better.
No, I know.
The Ronin himself is just you have this
A
former
good.
Sith hunting down Sith. Like, okay, there's a cool story here, and they
A
have a
very.
book. So
Oh, really? There's a book.
yeah, there's a book called Ronin. I haven't
Maybe
read it.
okay. Maybe you told me that before and I forgot already. I mean, sometimes people tell me I got the memory of a goldfish, but you know.
We're guys. We all have memory of a goldfish. It's all crowded with like useless sports knowledge and
Yeah,
useless
yeah,
movie
exactly,
knowledge.
exactly.
And
Wait, whose birthday is it?
Facebook hasn't told me anything yet.
Yeah.
So but that's cool that we'll get a continuation story, and it's a great story to continue on. So we'll be curious to see how they play this out, when it will be released. I don't know. I just recently heard about this, and I'm sure it all stemmed from when this episode was released and the ending saying to be continued. So we shall see. And that's as far as you and I have gotten in volume 3. So we will continue to watch those episodes and talk more about them, either next week when we record, or the following week, whenever.
Yep. Because we got 9. I'm looking right
There's
now. We got
9 total.
nine total, so we can do another 3 and another 3.
Yep.
I don't know.
And then after that, we can go back and finish up volume 2, the last few episodes, that
Yeah, because I think I had 4 left and 3 or 4 left in volume 2.
something like that. Um, and like this is really capturing most of the news and content, because I think a lot of things are just focused on the Mandalorian and Grogu movie that are going to come out here not too long from now, 2026, right? So we'll get a feature film here. And I know there was something you wanted to talk about, when it coming to that movie and the trailer and stuff. Speaking of memory of a goldfish, what was it that we wanted to talk about again?
Well, it was talking about like in one of the trailers, if we talked about it last podcast or whatever, um, was when we did a review, but we saw there was a secondary one. Granted, it could be a fan made, but if it's true, it would make sense. That like we thought maybe it was maybe this one specifically was at like a Comic-Con. That's why we don't see it yet.
Yeah,
But it issued Thrawn,
yeah,
and Mudge was wondering, well, will Thrawn be a main character, like villain, the antagonist in this film? Or will he just be a teaser of like how he mentioned how Marvel did with Thanos?
yeah.
And
Because
and you could build off that and it builds because you got Ahsoka, you got Mando, you got like all these other like potential projects you could and Thrawn's the main. So if you
yeah,
want to take it off, Mudge,
yeah,
where your thought was going with that, you
for
were like, well,
sure.
we'll wait till the podcast. And I was like, okay, well, we'll wait.
Yeah, for sure. Because I I've talked about this before. That this uh this road we're going down when it comes to Mandalorian, uh, Book of Boba Fett, uh, what's the other one? Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
They are really what seems to be following like the Marvel universe trend where you have these focuses on certain characters and they have their own like project stories going on, and then they all come together in Marvel's situation like the Avengers. And I think this Mandalorian and Grogu movie is kind of like that first step in the like Avenger moment. Like we're going to be getting that Infinity War Endgame or spot with this universe. And I think they're using Thrawn as kind of like that Thanos in Marvel because in those superhero movies and in the early Avenger movies, you'll get little post-credit clip scenes of Thanos here and there, like him sitting on his throne, and then I think at the end of one of them, I think it might have been Age of Ultron, when Ultron dies or whatnot. Thanos was like, "Well, I'll just have to do this myself,"
And he
and
grabs the glove.
yeah, and he grabs the gauntlet. Um, so I think Thrawn might be kind of being used as that. But at the same time, I feel like there's also a deeper, stronger power. Otherwise, why are you bringing in like Luke Skywalker? Why are you bringing in Ahsoka? Thrawn doesn't seem as like in terms of 1-on-1. Like if you had 1v1 of Thrawn versus Ahsoka, who do you think's going to win? A Jedi. A Jedi is going to win in a heartbeat because Thrawn is more of like a tactical genius person, not necessarily a fighter. So he relies on other fighters or other like an
With
army to accomplish his goals, and fear and intimidation.
they have more of a Doctor Doom
Maybe,
feel maybe instead.
maybe,
I mean, Mando had a good fight with Moff Gideon,
right,
and what was special about him? Oh, he had a dark saber, but other than that,
right,
he was a menace for like 2.5 seasons
right. But
or
like,
3 seasons, I guess.
like the show Ahsoka, you're bringing in now Jedi, you're bringing in Ahsoka, you're bringing in um what am I Ezra, you're bringing in well now apparently Sabine is
Yeah,
force sensitive, so it's like, and at the end of that show they also teased, um I know you haven't seen the Clone Wars, all of the Clone Wars show. There's the Mortis trilogy, which deals around the father, the daughter, the son, and they alluded to that at the end of Ahsoka, some kind of connection there. So I think that might be
yeah.
because
I
the
know.
son represents the dark side, and the daughter represents the light side, and she sacrificed herself for Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. But the son is still out there, so he could be the bad guy in all of this. So I'm curious to see where that
We're
goes.
Yeah, where that goes and if it continues on. Was there any more? Because I have a thought.
No, no, go for it.
Um, where this movie goes though, Mando and Grogu.
Where do I think it
What?
goes?
No, like how it ends. Would you be upset if all of a sudden it like continues on into like the TV series Ahsoka or whatever else?
It's going to continue on in one way or another. They're not going to. I don't think it's going to be the closure of a story.
Because you're gonna have that's the thing I worry about is like the quality, like you have movie quality and you have, well, Disney's not bad, but the story writing is bad.
Yeah,
You don't you get what I'm saying? The
yeah,
transition, if it
hmm
like all of a sudden like transitions over and you're just like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden like, oh, now we're coming out with another movie. It's like, well, that show just kind of ruined it for me. Like, I don't care anymore.
yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what Disney's doing, and they're really, dropping the ball on doing stuff like this, where you shift back and forth between your TV shows and then
hmm
your movies. I think they've already done that, which so far I'm fine with, is the like MCU. They have like the Spider-Man where they introduced the guy that played Daredevil,
Yep.
and then they because he was the guy that was in the Netflix series.
Yep.
Disney said, "Hey, we're gonna do another Daredevil series." They showed him for a brief moment in She-Hulk. It was so bad. I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
I haven't even seen that. I'm
No,
just I'm sparing
um,
myself.
but no, and that was in She-Hulk
Yeah.
because that show in general is bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Disney and She-Hulk fans. But no, but then they actually made Daredevil Born Again, which is like it's practically it's just a continuation of the Netflix,
Okay.
which was dark and gritty because he was cartoonish in the
The
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
What is the Born Again one good?
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Because I liked the original Netflix Daredevil.
Did you watch all the Daredevil
The Daredevil specifically.
of the Netflix?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then did you watch Punisher?
I watched Daredevil. I watched Punisher. I did not watch The Defendants.
Uh,
And
Skip.
what's the girl's name from
Oh, just Jessica Jones and Luke
Jessica
Cage,
Jones?
and
Yeah.
then Luke Cage.
I
They
didn't
each
watch
had
the
their
Luke Cage one or the Iron Fist one.
Iron Fist. Yeah, yeah, skip that.
Okay.
Jessica Jones, maybe, because
Um,
the actress is coming back.
yeah, she's great. I loved her from
Because
that.
she's in other things I've seen. I forget her name, but she's phenomenal. But
Yeah.
anyway, um, the transition from like Disney, actually, like no flags, no nothing, like go gritty as much as you want, and they went gritty,
Okay.
hardcore for Daredevil Born Again.
Oh,
So
good.
highly recommend it. Like I said, you watch Punisher,
Yeah.
John
Yeah, he's
Berthel.
great. He's great.
He's back.
Okay.
He makes a couple appearances in the show.
And isn't
Oh,
all this like talked about in the speaking of the Deadpool, don't they talk about that in the
oh yeah, yeah,
how they were all taken out of the void?
yeah, yep. That's why they're in the void because they're like, oh, I guess we're out of this.
Yeah.
Like we've been fired.
Yeah.
Like this
But
is our
then when they
last.
talked about, oh, but there's been some that have made it out of the void, and they're referring to like the
Yep.
Punisher and Daredevil.
Yes, yes. So
But yeah, I
I highly recommend that. But the transition of that has worked well because, like I said, Spider-Man No Way Home had the guy that played I forget it's something that played uh
Daredevil.
Daredevil as the lawyer. That's the scene where he catches the
Yes.
brick.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Um, and that's when it's like, is he back? Is he Daredevil? Because he's like, I'm Matt Murdock. I'm your lawyer. So
Yep.
it's like, okay,
Like,
so
oh, that's him.
that's got to be Daredevil. And that's
Yep.
when like Disney was kind of like, well, yeah, we're gonna make a show out of it, and it actually turned out pretty well. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm thinking it could turn out well, but can it for Star Wars?
I'm
Can
nervous. I
it?
mean,
I'm nervous because
I'm
that
nervous.
like because like I said, Daredevil is definitely gritty and like mature, like R-rated.
Yeah.
The new series that came out on Disney, which I was like, wow, that's bold, but I like it. But it's not kid friendly at all.
Which Star Wars is, I'm not going to say it's completely kid friendly, but it's more kid friendly than
That's the initial.
Netflix, like Daredevil and stuff like that. So that's, I don't
Your
know.
your demographic, what do you want? Do you want more viewership? Then it's probably going to be kid friendly, and then is it going to be what do you call it? Like kind of tailored down and
Which is funny because that I feel like by doing that, you're only having the reverse outcome.
yeah.
Um,
And nobody
I'm
talk
not
then
saying
then
Star Wars isn't meant for everyone because it is. That's what George Lucas wanted. I mean, the reason behind the toys was so that for kids, but it was also like adult content in terms of the film. Um, but like when I think of the feature films, that it's not as much for kids, like little kids. There are adult themes in those movies, so I don't know. The Disney-esque Star Wars has been definitely more kid-friendly stuff. Now, there has been some good non-kid friendly stuff in like the Clone Wars, Rebels, even though it's animated, so it kind of alludes to kid friendly, or like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, and stuff like that. But there are some good dark elements, adult themes that come out of that too. So like I teeter totter on it. It's just knowing the product that we've gotten out of Star Wars as of recent, outside of Andor, which is more adult oriented. A lot of the stuff has just kind of fallen short. So even Mandalorian season 3 was kind of like,
hmm
mm. um, but I'm not going to say. I mean, this franchise is about hope. That's so I can hope that they're learning their lessons. I think the movie industry is kind of learning their lesson. They're going through the hard part right now, but at some point it's got to turn around. So
Rebellion is built on hope.
exactly. Exactly. So we need to rebel against these movie production companies, Disney, oh
I
Deadpool.
know.
I don't
It
know.
just it's just hard, like you said earlier, like content in general for uh I can't remember if we talked about this or before. Um like content in general, everything just like it's a sequel. Everything's so tamed and so
It's a
kind of
continuation story or a remake for
it's a
most
re
of the stuff.
because you like start watching something, you're like, I've seen this before.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, it's like this movie, maybe a little twist to it, but it's like I don't
There's
know.
not many new original good movies.
Yeah. That's why I'm as much as I love Mandalorian, I'm kind of worried. Almost like my expectations is like mid to
Yeah.
6 to 6 7. No,
6, 7.
but no, seriously, because I'm worried about it because I want it to be good, but I feel like it's going to be a disappointment.
And
It's a sad time that we're in Hollywood, movies coming out where you're just kind of like I don't know. The last time I went to a movie theater was to watch Mission Impossible, the last one,
mhm.
and I was enjoyed, but also disappointed. I expected more, I
Yeah.
guess, for the hype
Yeah.
that was for that, and that's why I hope Mando and Grogu doesn't have so much hype, where it's just kind of like I don't know. I'll wait a couple weeks and see what the reviews say. Otherwise, I'll just wait till it's on the streaming service and watch it.
Oh,
Like,
either way, I'm still gonna go try day one. That's what I always do with Star
okay,
Wars movies. So
and
uh,
we didn't get a
got to go
chance.
together.
Yeah, I know we didn't get a chance to go for the Phantom Menace
Right.
re-release. I know, granted, because you know your situation with the newborn and everything, right?
Yep.
So it just couldn't work out. But if you
Yep.
if you want to go, we're
But I
going.
I want to go. Yeah, for the Star Wars movie. I try to make a point of going on opening day, opening night, and when I've gone in the past, I usually dress up too. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see
I
what
know
we do there.
I don't know if you met my buddy Nick, but I usually go if I go to an opening
I've
night.
met two of your buddies named Nick.
Well, I got like six Nick
I know. I've
friends with the name Nick. Um, he usually goes to an opening night if I ask him if he's interested. He's like, sure, why not?
Sure.
So he'd probably join. So, but we'll have to get him because I got my Obi-Wan costume already.
There you
So
go. There you go.
I'll wear that. I'll have to ask him if he's got a Chewbacca outfit or something.
I've gone as Darth Vader. I've gone as Kylo. I went as a stormtrooper, I think. So I've gone a few different things. So
Oh, that'd be
uh,
perfect though if I was Obi-Wan and you're Darth Vader.
I think now, like, I mean
Yeah,
that
yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sweat my ass off.
that's exactly where I'm going. Like, I was so warm when I dressed as Vader. I mean, it was a lot of fun and it was really cool because I mean, I have like the full helmet. I mean, I was wearing that helmet right there. Um, and I remember we were at the what's the movie theater in Oakdale, Marcus Theater,
Oh yeah, Marcus. Yeah.
and they have like a bar there and like a little restaurant, and I'm just sitting in the chair, full costume with a drink, and I'm just like cheersing out. I have a pic. I'll share the picture or something, but and yeah, Colleen goes and she's dressed up for those as well, and
Was
um,
Gillian dressed up as what?
she went as
Lay.
Ray. She
Oh,
went
right.
as Ray. Um, but I in the past, because what was the last movie? I mean, Rise of Skywalker was the last one. Dustin and I, we would go to them and we would dress up and get a group of people. So I'm sure I'll do the same thing with this. Uh, what is it? When is it supposed to come out? May?
May of next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, ideal would be to have the Mando costume, but that, like you said,
that would be
he's
warm.
sweating your ass off in that thing.
And
Well,
like,
no, well, granted, I don't think it has so much like the armor plates might get annoying, but if the rest is cloth,
yeah. But then, like, if you have the helmet,
maybe
where do you put your helmet while you're sitting in a chair at a movie theater? Like, you got your tub of popcorn, you've got your soda.
use the helmet as popcorn.
I'm not putting popcorn in my helmet.
Hey, you could wash it out. I mean, what does Mando
We're
do?
coming full circle to hair in the teeth again, you know? That was a conversation we were having before we were recording. Um, uh, but yeah, I have a
I
Jedi
mean,
outfit. I'll probably just wear that. It's probably the easiest and most comfortable, just a Jedi robe.
yeah, yeah.
But one of my a bucket list thing I want in my life is I want an actual stormtrooper like outfit. Um,
I thought you had one.
not like a legit one.
Oh, because
Like I
didn't you? Oh, you were Darth Vader. Who showed up? Who was a stormtrooper? Was it Justin?
ju- that I mean that was my costume, but it's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
what I figured it was yours.
yeah, but it's not like it's like soft and everything. It's not like
Oh,
actual armor or whatnot. So
this armor's useless.
yeah, right. Whether it's cloth or hard, it doesn't matter. It's going to have the same effect either way because
I
stormtroopers
love that scene in Family Guys. Like, why the fuck are we wearing this
they're
armor?
getting destroyed by Ewoks
It's
shooting bows and arrows. Like, why are we wearing this?
it's useless.
It's only slowing us down. Can't even see out the helmets. It's ridiculous. Who do I contact in HR for this? Um, excuse me. But yeah, and I mean, I know it like with having kids, it's hard to schedule things and plan things out. But I know, like, Colleen knows how much Star Wars means to me, and like this is probably something we could find someone to take care of the two kids and go do or something like that. But
Oh, she doesn't know. I guess she never saw your background. No, I'm kidding.
she doesn't get. I don't let her in the
She,
basement.
oh, it's a man cave.
It's a man
Like,
cave.
oh,
uh,
don't tell me though. You got at least a Darth Vader helmet up in the bedroom.
I'm not revealing my secrets. Uh,
I've seen videos on TikToks like, "Where's your Darth Vader?" I'm like, you don't want to know." They're like, "Yeah, it's up in the bedroom." I'm like,
I just wish I had like a sound, a voice changer that would be cool. That's the
oh man,
only thing I need to complete
just
my,
change it to James Earl Jones.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, AI. Come on. There's got to be something I
uh,
can use.
we're going to
Um,
hell. We're going to hell talking about this. No.
whatever. Um, yeah, I think we'll do something for it, and it's right around the corner, actually. So, hope I'm not going to set any expectation.
Don't say that. I mean, that's technically what, 7 months away? 6 months?
Yeah, and I'll be on leave because of the new Minnesota family leave program. It's awesome. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, I haven't.
Which our mutual friends, one of the Nicks and his wife should, well, no, because Nick might be able to get it. But starting in 2026,
26.
January 1st, there's going to be the family leave for the state of Minnesota, and it's an additional 12 weeks. It's not fully paid, but it's depending on your income, it's a certain amount of it. But when you don't have to take your kid to daycare, that amount offsets what you're not getting. So you might as well take the leave. So I will be taking those 12 weeks in March through the middle March through the early June. So hey, this movie is going to be released during that time. So
Lucky you.
gonna make it happen. And
I guess I gotta make a kid here soon. Is that what you're saying to get that benefit?
well, I mean, that portion of the benefits is going to continue
Yeah.
every year. So whenever you have a kid, you'll be able to take it. And if you want multiple kids, then you get multiple or weeks off. So there you go.
I don't know about that.
Well, I know we're getting late here, so we'll probably wrap it up here pretty quick. But I know you were excited to talk a little bit of Lego. So
So you guys know when I joined this podcast, I big time Star Trek fan. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Mudge. Someone can
live
do it.
long and prosper.
Yeah. Live long and prosper. So, anyways, Lego is finally releasing their first Star Trek like official licensed like product, and it's the Enterprise D, and the thing is like huge, and the saucer section can come off, and so it's coming out on Black Friday. The only unfortunate thing is how much it costs. It's like almost 500 or or is it $400, I think? Four between $400 and $500.
Hey, you have two kidneys. You only need one.
Uh,
Sell a
but
kidney.
so I'll just for me though, I'm excited. I really want it, but yeah, probably gonna wait a couple years till it's on discount or find it at the thrift store. No, everyone's like, "Oh, fucking Star Trek." God, like
No, I mean, I love
I
Lego. Lego is so much fun. There's many aspects of Lego that it's fun. The building of it is one thing, the collection of it, the displaying of it, like all of it. It's I really love Lego. And I mean, I've got a few of them back here. Um, so I think that's awesome that they're doing that. I'm surprised it's taken this long to tap into Star Trek for having its first major. Is it first Lego in general, or is it like its
yeah,
first
I think I'm pretty sure it's the first major like licensed Lego
Star Trek? That's awesome.
release for Star Trek. Yeah, yeah, and then it comes with all the characters of the show.
So
Jean-Luc
how
Picard.
many total minifigs?
I think you get like I think I gotta count all of them. I think you get like almost like 14
Okay,
minifig
that's a lot.
14, and it comes with like a little board with the
Display
minifigures
them. Yeah.
next to the ship. and then each figure has its own um special item. Like you imagine like a person with a flashlight that they can hold.
Yeah.
All these characters come with a special item that relates to the show. For
Okay.
example, if you know Star Trek, Data has a pet cat named Spot. There's a Lego that looks like a cat
Okay.
that sits next to him. Riker, I've said many times, Riker is one of my favorite players or characters in the show. He plays a trombone. He's got a trombone Lego th like piece that sits next to him. And Captain Jean-Luc Picard likes his tea Earl Grey hot. He's got a little teacup. Like it's one thing after
That's
another
awesome.
of like that specialty to the show. So, but the fact the price was, I was like, oh, I was texting my dad, my brother. I was like, oh, this would be awesome to put together. Like we could start on Thanksgiving, but of course it doesn't come out till
The day
Black
after.
day after. But I was like, well, we can still do like have it for like during the Christmas holidays when we get together because we like to do sometimes like find something to like occupy people and do a puzzle or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is perfect. Well, it only costs like $450 or whatever it costs. Like, yeah, nope, hard pass. We'll wait till like 2 years from now when it's like I said, probably gonna be at the thrift store for $50.
Or if
I don't.
any listeners out there want to send a donation,
Uh,
we accept
go
those as well.
GoFundMe. Go. Did I start a GoFundMe page to build the Enterprise? No.
Hey, I mean, it's the first Star Trek one, so you would need to display that though if you got it.
Oh yeah.
That's a must display.
It actually comes with like a prong thing where you can display it.
Okay.
And then all you would need like is buy yourself like a rotating, what do you call those? Like rotating things that you put on a table.
Oh, Lazy Susan type of a thing.
Lazy Susan, that's what I'm thinking. Yep.
Yeah.
And it fits just perfect and it actually balances. They said like that's what took so long for this to happen was learning how to build the Legos, but like how it could because it sits like this.
For the weight proportion to maintain a balance.
And then like you could still take the saucer section off
Oh
a-
yeah.
and then put it back on, but it doesn't like all of a sudden like
Move.
tip over and all of a sudden you're Harrison Ford with a Millennium Falcon like just all over
That
the
wasn't
place.
staged at all.
I still sometimes rewatch that just to
Yeah,
get a
it's
good laugh,
hilarious.
get a good laugh.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
But yeah, for all like outside of Star Wars, sorry, Star
No,
Trek Star Trek fans.
I mean, how long did we talk about Marvel today? I mean, part, we're all nerds at heart. Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans can be friends. I
I know
mean, I know there's like this unwritten. I don't. Well, not really an unwritten
you
rule,
can't be
but
one or the other. I do love like Big Bang Theory whenever they like point out in that show that's Star Trek, and then someone's like, "What are you talking about, Star Wars?" And
eh,
like the banter that goes back and
yep,
forth.
yep. Well, I really attribute um the more I feel like society has become far more accepting of like nerd type stuff and like us nerdy people as a result of that show.
You calling me a nerd? No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding. Yeah.
you're a nerd. I'm a nerd. I love being a nerd. Look at all this shit.
No. But back to what you were saying, that show definitely.
I feel like it really bridged a gap in terms of like understanding and made it more, I won't say popular because that's probably the wrong term. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot more people have opened up to nerdy type things as a result of that show. So I love that show. It is kind of corny and you know like eye rolling moment, like a little fake at times, but it's still a great show. I love that show.
I love that episode where they dress up as Star Trek characters and then get stuck in the middle of the desert.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
that's hilarious. And they go into
yeah,
that like diner or
yeah.
whatever.
And they want water or whatever. And what's his name? Um, that's always shy to talk around women.
Raj.
Raj, yeah, dresses up as Worf,
Yep.
and he's got all the makeup and like the Klingon, and it's all melty. Oh man,
It,
I lost it.
it reminded me of what's the Tim Allen one?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest,
Yeah.
where at the end where
What's his name? That's
his mask is like peeling off and
and
everything.
he's like,
Yeah, that's another Galaxy Quest is an underrated movie. That one's pretty good. Um, yeah, that show is a great show. Many laughs in that. There's so many Star Wars references. I mean,
Star
Carrie
Wars Star
Fisher,
Star
Carrie
Wars
Fisher's
Star.
in it. James
Yep.
Earl Jones is in it. Like
Mark
Mark
Hamill. That.
Hamill is in it.
But then you talk about Star Trek. Will Wheaton
Will Wheaton.
is in
Mhm.
it because he was supposed to officiate the wedding until they found out Mark Hamill could officiate the wedding.
Yeah.
So you got the side, you got the like, no, we got Mark Hamill, and I love that scene when they're like, because they were like delayed, like to the like, who was it? Whose wedding? But it was the guy that owns the comic store.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, everyone's asking him questions like, what Star Wars vehicles have wheels? And Mark Hamill's like, I don't know. And then the guy at the comic store like listed off all like two or three vehicles that have wheels, but he said like the third one, he's like, technically it's not wheels, it's like armored like cylinder. And oh God, it was God, I lost it when I.
Well, and Will Wheaton makes a few appearances. I mean, he's
Oh yeah,
kind of
he's
a prominent role and
yeah.
then Wheaton
Yep,
Sheldon
yep,
like
yep.
because Will Wheaton bests Sheldon in like a card game because he made up a story about his grandmother or whatever.
Oh
Like
yeah,
his
yeah.
grandmother died. Well, my grandmother's gonna love when I like see her and tell her that I just beat you in this game or whatever. And he's like, Sheldon's like, Wheaton. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, should we wrap it up here now
Yeah, it's
that
probably a
we're
good
two
good
hour,
call.
almost 2 hours in this? But yeah. So sorry for running long today, everyone. But if you've made it this long, congrats. I mean, I'm surprised you made it this long. No kidding. But just gonna run through our social media handles really quick. So you can find us on Twitter at DetBlock AA23pod, on Instagram at detention underscore block underscore AA underscore 23. And then our Facebook group and YouTube channel is Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. And you can also find us on TikTok. Again, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, follow, like, download, rate, review, all the above. As a reminder, we will be having a prize giveaway at 200 subs, and then we'll give away a lightsaber at 500 subs. You're gonna want to be a part of it, and it's a good lightsaber. It's not like one of those plastic ones that you get at Target or whatnot, and it extends out and extends back. No, this is one that you can actually like duel with. So you're gonna want it. It's valued at 3 figs. So you like 3 figs right there. It's not like 6 figures, it's 3 figs. But if you want to be a part of that, make sure to follow us and ensure that your name is public so that I know what to write and put into like a hat or whatever drawing. And we'll do the drawings live, so we'll have fun with it. Other than that, stay tuned and we'll come back with some more Visions episodes 4 through what's math 4 through 6, and along with any other news that's out. So until then, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the warm weather for us people in Minnesota this last weekend, because now the cold weather is going to be coming. So
Get all your leaf blowing done.
oh man, I've got to do it for like the 5th time.
And I don't look forward to it.
It's annoying. It's the bane of my existence at this house.
I was helping someone, and literally the next day he sent me a picture, and he goes like, "Did we even do anything?" Nope. Like it's all his backyard was just covered again with leaves.
I love the fall. It's my favorite season, but I hate leaf blowing.
Yeah.
It's like pulling weeds, man. You do it, and then it's just
Yes.
it's right
Yep.
back.
Yep.
But you got to do it, otherwise it kills your grass. So, anyways, enjoy the rest of your week, and we look forward to coming back and talking more next week. Until then, as always, may the Force be with you, and donate towards Bogey's Lego.
My enterprise.
He'll appreciate it. All right, catch you next time.
Thanks for calling. This is Han Solo, and I'm going to be keeping you company for the next few hours right here on the midnight shift. Something's